Automotive is fundamental to the UK. It employs, in its broadest form, over 750,000 people. It's growing rapidly. In the last 2 years alone, we had some £7 billion committed to UK automotive production, and that's gradually going to be fed through and given huge opportunities for the supply chain as well. When you consider the sector's worth some £63 billion, 80% of what we produce is exported. In terms of total UK exports, it's about 10%. It's hugely important to the UK economy.
SEPTA's been doing this job for many years, since the 1960s. We've got a great tradition and heritage in actually bringing sectors together, bringing employers together, both large and small, to deliver the right skills solutions for the sector. And that's something that we're really keen to do as part of the industrial partnership.
Within that strategy there was a roadmap, and that roadmap on skills identified 5 key areas. Basic skills, which basically means those people coming into the industry, apprenticeships, graduates, people in work, so developing those skills for people currently in work, and future technologies, which is forward-looking. What we've done is integrated those 5 areas into the industrial partnership and looking at deliverables against all, and we are delivering very cleanly and with some precision against each of those elements currently.
We even go down to schools level at WMG, where we've recently opened the WMG Academy for Young Engineers, which is a university technical college. It takes students from 14 to 19 to do GCSEs and A-levels, but runs engineering qualifications alongside those. And the school works with companies to come in to help design the curriculum and also to contribute to the teaching. So companies have a long-term relationship with the school. They deliver projects, and it's really the opportunity for companies to come in and try and shape these school children so that when they come out the other end of school, they've got the skills they want.
So I lead the infrastructure projects Workstream 1 and 2. Workstream 1 is to create an industry standard job framework across the whole automotive industry, and that will help develop career route maps within the automotive industry, attracting people in and getting people to understand where they can go, whether they can progress upwards or laterally. And Workstream 2 is a research project where I'm going out with a team of people to gather data on the critical skills and critical jobs, whether they be the OEM or a supply chain. We want to hear from them and understand what their needs are now and in the future.
A skilled trades clearinghouse to support the OEMs and the small businesses, for people who have skills and talents to come into the industry, who apply to the large manufacturers, but also to direct them into the supply chain where their skills are more deeply needed right now than ever before.
The investment and the technology that's going into automotive manufacturing at the moment is tremendous. So people in work is about saying, well, hold on a minute, we've invested millions into technology and new product. What have we done about that guy on the shop floor who's managing 100 people for me building cars? The truth of the matter, not very much. So people in work is about generating a program, and the program is called ProLead. And what ProLead concentrates on is giving your existing first level of management a technical bias, a leading and communication bias, and a quality problem-solving bias.
I'm hoping more employers start doing a graduate scheme in their own companies from now on. That's why we're here and trying to promote. So if you have any questions, come and see us. Understand. I think this Workstream is still in its infancy, so that not much has been done yet, but we can answer your questions and tell us about what we've done so far.
With my career, the graduate scheme at Ford has been brilliant. I've had 2 structured years of rotations. I've learned a lot. There's been a lot of training, a lot of development, and I'm just going to push on my strength to strength. The graduate scheme is a great thing to push off of, and I'm going to keep going and see where I end up. Maybe in management, who knows. I just love what I do, so I don't really mind where I end up.
Our industry is going through a process of relentless and rapid change. And I'm sure that the Trailblazer Apprenticeship is one of the things that gives us some confidence that we can meet the skills challenges of today and the challenges of tomorrow. We need, however, to continue to work on things. One of the other things that we're taking forward in the industrial partnership is something known as an apprenticeship clearinghouse. So this is, if you like, the UCUS of the university world applied to apprenticeships. So the idea here is that there are many excellent candidates that get to the final interview stage with a large employer who are unfortunately unsuccessful. We large employers can relatively easily make those candidates available to smaller companies for whom marketing, recruiting apprentices are significant barriers to participation. This is a sort of no-brainer, easy thing to do, and we're currently looking for an organisation to run that for us. We also need to get alongside our providers. Trailblazer apprenticeships will create a massive change in the demands on providers, and we need to work with them to give them the capacities and resources that they have to meet those challenges.
The motor industry now, I think the cars are getting more technical, but every manufacturer's starting looking more economical, because that's the way we've got to go. So at the minute we're producing the Leaf, which is great. I think that's a big milestone for NMUK and the industry, but I think when I retire, I'd like to think the cars are pretty much generating their own electricity, eco-friendly, and I think everyone's going to have to go that way. It's going to be too expensive to rely on fossil fuels and things like that.
Something we started to do a while ago was looking at how we could engage with schools to try and basically bring young people into manufacturing engineering, get them interested in STEM. We had some programs we started doing. Actually, what the Automotive Industrial Partnership has allowed us to do is, one, expand that. So literally we'll hit 4,500 young people this year coming through our programs. Not only is that what we're doing, we're also sharing what we've already learned and bringing in the OEMs, also the first, second tier suppliers who are going to start delivering some of those programs that we've already done.
Formula One Schools program actually covers all of the STEM subjects. There's nothing left out, so they've got a great opportunity. We've been working with I think we've got 12 schools engaged with at the minute. And St Cuthbert's is the school we've really sort of worked well with.
I'm really excited because we had a regional competition a while back and we didn't think that we were going to get this far. And when we won the regionals we were quite happy, but we still didn't think we were going to win the nationals because the other teams look a bit intimidating. But then we managed to win that, and I think I've got a bit of hope for the internationals now.
I'd love to come and work at Nissan after school. I just think it would be a great thing to do because the young engineers of the future are what we're creating today.
When we went to see the production line, we got to see all the cars being made and saw how much precision and work it actually took to put one single car together. And then when we got to actually do it ourselves with the miniature models, we saw how actually hard it was even with a smaller version.
It's definitely opened my eyes and helped me realise the opportunities that could happen by going into engineering, but I have no final decisions just yet.
SEMTA's worked with young people for many years. We've got a great tradition in apprenticeships. Since the 1960s, SEMTA has been the DNA of apprenticeship standards. So we've got a long tradition in ensuring that employers get the standard of young people going through apprenticeships that they need. We're actively working with employers, and particularly automotive employers at the moment, around the new apprenticeship trailblazer standards. And SEMTA's been offering information, advice and guidance to those employers, being a critical friend, helping hand, and also developing some of the competence standards.